I'm Veronica. I'm happy to be with you today. Today we're going to be talking about how to manifest a specific person in a long distance situation. I've gotten a few requests for this and I'm excited to make this video. I hope it can help you. And let's talk about long distance relationships because they can be no big deal at all. They do not have to be a problem. They do not have to keep you from manifesting your specific person. They can actually work for you. I mean, really anything can work for you. It doesn't have to be working against you. So let's talk about how people do make long distance relationships work. So there are people right now who are in successful long distance relationships. Let that sink in for just a moment. Let that simmer in your mind because long distance relationships do not have to be a hindrance. They do not have to be a problem. They do not have to be an obstacle, unless you allow them to be. Now, the universe knows no distance. Energy knows no distance. So when you're setting out your intentions, when you're feeling connected to this person, it can be like they're in the same room with you. Even if they are a half a world away, it can still feel like they are with you. And in attracting this specific person, you're going to want to feel them with you now, as opposed to feeling like there's some sort of delay or that they're far away and feeling that distance within yourself. You can acknowledge that there's a logical distance, there's a physical distance, but when you think of them, when you feel them, you don't have to feel that distance inside of yourself. And that's really important because feeling is going to be the very thing that's going to attract this specific person to you. Now, you're going to want to send supportive evidence as to why your relationship can work, as to why you belong together. A lot of times when people are in a long distance situation, they're constantly sending supportive evidence as to why it can't work. For example, long distance relationships don't work, that sort of thing. But again, that's just sending evidence. You have the choice which evidence to send, so it's up to you to send the good evidence, like why you connect, why you are wonderful together, why you have chemistry, why you have love for one another, why you can treat each other in wonderful ways, why you share laughter. Think about you and this person at your best and how that is, instead of thinking about any potential obstacles or problems that this long distance has created. Now you're going to want to support all of your strengths instead of your perceived weaknesses. If you perceive long distance as a weakness, you're going to want to pump it up with a ton of good supportive evidence. Now, another thing you're going to want to do is when you imagine this person, don't add the distance to it. Like, don't feel them far away as if there's a wall or a blockage between you two, because there doesn't have to be. Like I said before, even if they're a half a world away, you can still feel them in your arms. You can still feel the fullness of that connection. So don't block it off by putting a wall up in your heart. You do not need to put a wall up. And a lot of you have been doing this, and this is what keeps your specific person away. A lot of times when there are perceived obstacles, we tend to put up walls and think that we have to get through this wall or this hurdle before we can feel close to someone, but you don't have to. You can feel close to them right now. Also, do some positive what-if visualizations, because you're probably doing a lot of what-if bad visualizations right now. Like, what if this person meets someone else? What if the long distance is just not going to work for us? What if, in bad things. So let's do some good what-if statements. So what if this distance could be a thing of the past? And that I may not know logically how we're going to come together, how we're going to be in the same area, but that can actually happen because I met this person for a reason. We came into our lives for a reason. So there is a way to make this work. What if we just focused on the love between us, that the distance was never a problem or an issue ever again? What if I was able to imagine this person in joy and happiness and pleasure without the added burden of this idea of distance? What if the fact that we were distant only brought us closer together because the anticipation of being together and when we got to see each other next was so great and so wonderful and so delicious that nothing else could compare? What if my specific person, even if they met somebody else, they would pale in comparison to me, and they would only show them why I'm the best and why I'm the one that they want to be with. These are positive, these are great. You can make up some of your own, but they all work. So I'm wishing you all the best in manifesting your specific person. If you are in a long distance situation, it doesn't have to hinder you. I do offer one-on-one coaching. Feel free to email me, veronicailes@gmail.com. My website is veronicailes.com. I do have 5 ebooks available on Amazon. I'm on Instagram. I do have 2 awesome manifesting planners on my website. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and I hope you have a lovely day, and I hope you get your specific person.